Hi, good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's session. And on today's agenda, we have structure strategies, structure practice, written expression strategies, and written expression practice. So let's get started. The first strategy that I would like to talk to you about today refers to reduce clauses. Now, sometimes in English, it is possible for a clause to appear in a reduced or incomplete form. For example, we can have this sentence. My friend should be on the train, which is arriving at the train station now. We can see that we have a complete form in this sentence. Now, this sentence has two clauses. Let's see the reduced form. My friend should be on the train arriving at the station now. If you see, we were able to eliminate which is. This is what a reduced clause is. Instead of which is arriving, we change to arriving at the station. Let's see another example. Although it was not really difficult, the exam took a lot of time. Reduced form. Although not really difficult, the exam took a lot of time. If you see, in both examples, we have two forms of verb be, one in present and one in past. We can eliminate that form of verb be and form a reduced clause. Let's see another example. We have this one. The woman who is waving to us is a tour guide. The letter, which was written last weekend, arrived today. The pitcher that is on the table is full of tea. All of these clauses, sentences, can be reduced by eliminating, this form of verb be. The woman waving to us. The letter written last weekend. Or the pitcher on the table. But it is also possible to reduce other adjective clauses that don't have verb be forms, and other times it is not possible. Like this one. I don't understand the article that appears in today's paper. How can I make a reduced clause? Well, I could say, I don't understand the article appearing in today's paper. So even though I don't have a form of verb be, like on this one, was written, is waving, that is on the table, I can still transform this one, this verb, into an ing form to make a reduced clause. There are other times in which I won't be able to form a reduced clause. For example, here. The woman that I just met is a tour guide. It would be incorrect to say, the woman meeting is a tour guide, like I transform in this one. The letter which you sent me arrived yesterday. I won't be able to say, the letter sending me arrived yesterday. So we need to pay attention to those tiny differences to make correct sentences. This is an example of how a TOEFL test question would look like. We're going to have typically a blank space and the options here to complete the sentence. We have blank. On several different television programs, the witness gave conflicting accounts on what had happened. And we know that this is a correct answer. Appearing on several different television programs, the witness gave conflict accounts. So we can either see these type of questions in diverse sentences, like this one. The White House, which is located in Washington, is the home of the president. And here we have a complete clause. Number 2, the White House located in Washington, we have a reduced clause. If you see in this one, which is has been eliminated or omitted from the sentence. And that one is also correct. And we can also see it at the beginning, like in this question. Located in Washington, the White House is the home of the president. Again, a reduced clause. Let's see this example. The president, who is now preparing to give a speech, is meeting with his advisors. Here I have my clause, and it's complete. Second sentence, reduced clause. The president, now preparing to give a speech, who was eliminated to form a reduced clause, is meeting with his advisors. And on the third one, we have it at the beginning of the sentence. The reduced clause is here. Now preparing to give a speech, the president is meeting with his advisors. If you notice, all of these clauses come between commas, are set off by commas in the three cases. Now, because this is at the beginning of the sentence, well, we don't have a comma here, but it's also set off by a comma. So you can look for those commas to help you figure out that a clause is missing, either a complete clause or a reduced clause. Let's do this activity. It says each of the following sentences contains an adjective clause in a complete or reduced form. Underline the adjective clauses, then indicate if the sentences are correct or incorrect. Let's see the example. Number 1. This one says correct. Let's analyze why. We will have to return the merchandise purchased yesterday, reduced clause, at the Broadway. Number 2, the children sat in the fancy restaurant, found it difficult to behave. This is an incorrect reduced clause. Reduced clauses are not formed this way. It would be correct if it said sitting in the fancy restaurant, but no, sat in the fancy restaurant, okay? So grab a piece of paper and answer 3 to 10. Okay, let's check the answers. We've already explained 1 and 2. Let's go straight to number 3. Number 3 is correct. Number 4, incorrect. Purchasing should be purchased to have a correct sentence. Number 5, it's incorrect. In this sentence, we should omit who. That should be eliminated. Number 6, incorrect. This one should omit where. This were. Number 7, incorrect. Placing should be placed. The food placed on the picnic, but not the food placing on the picnic. Number 8, correct. Number 9, incorrect. This one should be hearing. Instead of heard is hearing. And number 10, incorrect. Why? Because the reduction is illogical. This sentence doesn't make sense. Let's continue. Let's continue with reduced clauses. Now, other clauses can also be reduced. For example, although he is rather unwell, the speaker will take part in the seminar. This is what the reduced clause would look like. Although rather unwell, the speaker will take part in the speech. And again, if you observe, we have here a form of the verb be that was omitted to make a reduced clause. Let's see another example. Although he feels rather sick, the speaker will take part in the seminar. Although feeling sick, the speaker will take part in the seminar. Unlike in the first one, in here I don't have a form of the verb be. I have another verb. However, I'm using the participle, the present participle, to make the reduced clause. Let's see this other example. When you give your speech, you should speak loud and clear. Again, I don't have a form of verb be, but I can still make a reduced clause. When giving your speech, you should speak loud and clear. Again, I used a present participle to form my reduced clause. Now, in this table, you can observe like a summary of what we just talked. Now, to form reduced adverb clauses with a form of the verb be, eliminate the subject and the form of the verb be. When I don't have a form of verb be, then just eliminate the subject and add ing to the verb. Anytime I can see these words, I know I can reduce them in an active form of the verb. We have these time words, condition conjunctions, and contrasting words. When I see these words in the bottom, I know I can reduce them in a passive form, like once, until, when, whenever, and all of the rest. Now, I suggest you to take notes of these words so you take them into consideration when we do the next exercises. Now, let's do this activity. It says each of the following sentences contains a reduced adverb clause. Circle the adverb connector. Yeah, these words we saw here: after, before, unless, whether, although, whenever, etc. Then underline the reduced clauses. Indicate if the sentences are correct or incorrect. So get some pen and paper and answer exercises 3 to 10. Okay, so let's check the answers all together. Now, if you see number 1, which is the example, is correct, yes? Why is number 2 incorrect? Because left should be leaving. The correct form of the verb would be leaving. Number 3, correct. 4, correct. Number 5 is incorrect. Selecting should be selected. That would be the correct form of the verb. Number 6, incorrect. The reduction is illogical. The sentence like that does not make sense. Number 7, correct. Number 8, incorrect, because the verb buy should be buying. This one, before buying a new car. Number 9, correct. And number 10, correct. Let's do this one. It says, each of the following contains a reduced clause. Underline the reduced clause, then indicate if the sentences are correct or incorrect. Okay, let's check the answers. Number 1 is incorrect. And what part is incorrect? Was. Yes, this should be eliminated. Number 2 and 3, both correct. Number 4, incorrect. Here, this is a mistake. This one should be needing. The company president needing a vacation boarded a plane for the Bahamas. Number 5, correct. Number 6, incorrect. We should omit was. She looked up the dreary sky filled with dark thunderclouds. Number 7, correct. Number 8, incorrect. Decided should be deciding. Before deciding to have a surgery, you should have a second opinion. Number 9 and 10, both correct. Let's do this one. Okay, let's see the answers. We have question number 1A, 2A, 3B, 4B, 5D, and 6D. Let's do this for now. Let's check the answers. Number 7, it's C. Number 8, D. 9A and 10D. Let's answer this one now. Now let's check the answers. We have number 1D, 2A, 3D, 4B, 5D, and 6B. We have 4 more. Good, let's check the answers. Number 7C, 8D, 9A, and 10D. Now let's talk about inverted subjects and verbs. In English, subjects and verbs are inverted because of a variety of reasons. Let's see some of them that I'm sure that you are all familiar with. We have this sentence. He can go to the movies. Inverted, can he go to the movies? He goes to the movies on Wednesdays. Inverted, with an auxiliary form, does he go to the movies on Wednesdays? Now, question words usually can either introduce a question, like this one, where is the station? Where are you going? But they can also join classes. I don't know what the homework is. Do you know where you are going? If you see, when this is the case, we invert subjects and predicates, subjects and verbs. When a question word is used to join clauses, then we must invert subjects and verbs. Words like who, what, when, where, why, and how makes the inversion when they are joining clauses, like this one. I know what they are. This is not really a question, a WH question, but joining clauses. Let's do this activity. It says, indicate if the sentences are correct or incorrect. Let's see two examples. The phone company is not certain when will the new directories be ready. This is incorrect because here this is not asking a question but joining another clause. So it should be is not certain when the new directories will be ready. Number 2, correct. The professor does not understand why so many students did poorly on the exam. This question word is joining the two clauses. Therefore, I need to have a subject, verb, object structure. Okay? So get your piece of paper and answer 3 to 10. Okay, let's check the answers. Now we've already gone through 1 and 2, which are the examples. So let's continue with the next ones. Number 3 is incorrect because it should be, can new students? Here we have a hint, a question word. That means the subject has to be inverted. Number 4 is correct. Number 5, incorrect. It should be, the plane can, and no, can the plane. Yes. If we kept this form, then we would need a question mark here at the end of the sentence, but we don't. Number 6 is correct. Number 7, correct. Number 8, incorrect. It should be has it. Look, we have a question word here. That means in some part of the question, the subject must be inverted. Number 9 and 10, both correct. Now, another case in which we make inversion of subject and verb is in place expressions. Invert subjects with expressions here, there, and nowhere. For example, here is the book that you lent me. There are the keys that I thought I lost. Nowhere have I seen such beautiful weather. Perhaps we're more familiarized with these two expressions than with this one. But if we analyze the structure, we can identify that the subject and verb have been inverted. When a place expression is at the front of the sentence, it is necessary to complete the sentence. The subject and verb that follow are inverted. For example, in the classroom were some old desks. And no, in the classrooms, some old desks were. Okay? When a place expression at the front of the sentence contains extra information that is not needed to complete the sentence, the subject and verb that follow are not inverted. Like this one. In the classroom, I studied hard. It would be incorrect to say in the classroom, studied very hard I. Okay? Good. Let's do this activity. It says each of the following sentences contains an expression of place at the beginning of the sentence. Circle or identify that expression and look at the clauses to determine if the sentences are correct or incorrect. Let's see number 1 and 2 that are the examples. Number 1, in front of the house were some giant trees. This is correct. Let's look at number 2. There, a big house is on the corner. The correct would be, there is a big house on the corner. Okay? So grab a piece of paper and answer the remaining. Okay, so let's look into the answers. Number 1 and 2 were the examples. So let's go right into number 3. Number 3 is correct. Number 4, incorrect, because it should be is the stream. And no, the stream is. Number 5, correct. Number 6, incorrect. It should be the food was. Number 7, incorrect. It should be can farmers. Number 8, incorrect. It should be are the 2 trees. Number 9 is correct. And number 10, incorrect, because it should be were a man and a woman, and not a man and a woman were. In sentences, I should also pay attention to negatives when inverting subjects and verbs. When a negative expression such as no, not, or never come at the beginning of a sentence, invert subjects and verbs. For example, not once did I miss a question. Number 2, never has Mr. Jones taken a vacation. At no time can the students use their phones. Certain words like hardly, barely, scarcely, only act like negatives. Hardly ever does he take vacation. Only once did the manager issue a report. Invert subjects and verbs with the conjunctions neither nor. For example, I do not want to work overtime, neither does Tom. The secretary is not attending the meeting, nor is her boss. Okay, so let's pay attention to these words: no, not, never, hardly, barely, scarcely, only, and with the conjunctions neither nor. Let's do an exercise. It says each of the following contains a negative or almost negative, like these words here. Expressions. Circle the negative expressions, rather identify them, and look at the subjects once and the verbs twice. Indicate if the sentences are correct or incorrect. Let's see the examples. Never the boys wrote to his sisters. If you remember, never is a negative expression, so I should invert subjects and verbs. That's why it is incorrect. Number 2, on no occasion did they say that to me. This is correct. I have a negative expression at the beginning, therefore I invert subjects and verbs. Okay? So answer exercises 3 to 10, and we'll check the answers together. Let's look at the answers. Number 3 is correct. Number 4, incorrect. It should be, have I gone? Okay? Number 5, incorrect, because this one should be, he went. And no, did he go? Number 6, incorrect. It should be, has their secretary. Number 7, correct. Number 8, incorrect. It should be, did she leave? Number 9 and 10, both correct. Now, sometimes subjects and verb are inverted with conditionals, had, should, were. When the verb in the conditional clause is had, should, or were, it is possible to omit if, which we normally see. We're used to seeing these sentences with the word if, and invert the subject and verb. If you see this sentence has omitted if. If were he, if were he here, he would help. It is also possible to keep if. In that case, the subject and verb are not inverted. If he were here, he would help. So invert if there is no connector if. Don't invert if you see the word if. Okay, let's do an exercise. It says each of the following sentences contains a conditional with a stated or implied if. Identify the conditional where if has been omitted. Look at the clauses that follow and underline the subjects once and the verbs twice. Then indicate if the sentences are correct or incorrect. Let's see the examples. Correct. Were our neighbors a bit more friendly? The if has been omitted. Therefore, I invert subjects and verbs. It would be somewhat easier to get to know them. Let's see number 2. Incorrect. But why? There are plenty of blankets in the closet. If should you get cold during the night? The if is present, therefore it is not necessary to invert the subjects and verbs. Okay, so grab a piece of paper and answer exercises 3 to 10. Okay, let's see the answers. Number 3. This is an incorrect sentence because it should be if he has. Number 4, correct. Number 3, incorrect. It should be if you could. Number 6, incorrect. The correct should be had he not. Number 7, correct. 8, correct. 9, correct. And 10 is also correct. Now, I should also invert subjects and verbs with comparison. The subject and verb may invert after a comparison. The following instructions are both possible. Okay, for example, we were more prepared than the other performers were. But it is also possible to say, we were more prepared than were the other performers. A subject-verb inversion could be considered more formal than not inverting, like this one. So sentence 2 would be considered more formal. Let's do an exercise. It says each of the following sentences contains a comparison. Identify the comparison and look at the clauses that follow and underline the subject once and the verbs twice. Indicate if the sentences are correct or incorrect. Let's see the examples. Number 1. This candidate has received more votes than has any other candidate in previous years. This is correct. If we remember, we may invert the verb and subject in a comparison form. Number 2, obviously, we were much more impressed with the performance than did the other members of the audience. This is incorrect. Good, so continue on your own and then we'll check the answers together. Okay, so let's check the answers. Number 3 is correct. Number 4, correct. Number 5, incorrect. It should be that the condition of these tires is. And then 6 through 9, all correct. And finally, number 10, incorrect. Does he need should be he needs. Okay, now let's do this activity. It says, each of the sentences contains a structure that could require an inverted subject and verb, which is the skill that we have reviewed today. Indicate Okay, so let's check the answers. Number 1, incorrect, because it should be land developers have. Number 2, incorrect, it should be did I believe. Number 3 and 4, both correct. Number 5, incorrect, it should be are the offices. Number 7, incorrect, it should be does it snow. Sorry, I skipped number 6, that's correct. Number 8 and 9, both correct. And number 10, incorrect. Should be, should he. Okay, let's continue with this one. Okay, number 1, D. Number 2, A. Okay, let's check the answers. Number 3A, 4A, 5D, 6C, 7C, 8B, 9D, and 10B. Okay, let's do this one now. Okay, and we're going to finish up today with some written expression. Now, in English, we should make language as balanced as possible. This is called parallel structure. Let's see this example. I like to sing and dancing. This is an example of a wrong parallel structure. Now, what would a parallel structure look like? I like singing and dancing. Or I like to sing and to dance. Now, the first tip I like to give you is to pay attention to parallel structure with coordinate conjunction. We have a coordinate conjunction typically in the middle of the sentence, so I should consider a parallel structure in both sides of the sentence. I can also have like commas separating structures joined by coordinate conjunctions. So parallel the three structures. Like this exercise. It says, each of the following sentences contains words or group of words that should be parallel. Circle the word that indicates that the sentence should have parallel parts. Indicate if the sentences are correct or incorrect. Now, if we see number 1 is incorrect. Yes, because we have in a restaurant should be a server. Here we have a typist, a housekeeper, and in a restaurant, and a server. We're talking about jobs. So I should have jobs. Number 2 is correct. If we look at the sentence, it says, the report that you're looking for could be in the file or on the desk. We have a parallel structure. In the file, on the desk. Let's see number 3. Number 3 is correct. I have the speaker introduced himself, comma, verb in past, told several interesting anecdotes, and finishing with an emotional plea. This is incorrect because here we have finishing. Look, introduced, past, told, past. So it should be finished with an emotional plea, a verb in past. Number 5, correct sentence. Number 6, correct. Number 7, let's look at this one. It says, she suggested taking the plane this evening or that we go by train tomorrow. We have taking the plane and we go. Should be that we go, taking the train. Taking the plane or taking the train. Number 8, correct. Let's look at number 9. It says, there are papers to file, reports to type, and those letters should be answered. This is incorrect because those letters should be answers, should be letters to answers, so I can have a parallel structure. Papers to file, reports to type, letters to answer. And finally, number 10 is a correct sentence. Okay, so we're going to continue practicing parallel structure on our next session. I hope you have a happy Saturday, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Have a good day, everybody.